Okay. This question is asking you to factorise, but I thought we'd just go backwards and recap on. Is expanding is removing the brackets from an algebraic expression. Factorising is putting back in. So if we look at expanding them out and hopefully try and unravel how we work backwards. Okay. So the thing on the screen here, a plus 5 in brackets and a plus 4 in brackets, is eventually going to be our answer to this question. Okay. So reminder, we times the four things together. So a times a is a squared, a times 4 is 4a, 5 times a is 5a, and 5 times 4 is 20. Simplify this down, okay, you get the final answer of a squared plus 9a plus 20. So, this thing here is what you are going to get, okay, and you have to factorise this into something that looks like this, into double brackets. So how do we do it? Well, hopefully you notice this thing here, number at the end. Well, if you notice the two numbers, they times together to get this number at the end. So that's how we're going to do what we're going to do when we factorise. We're going to think of numbers that times together to get this end number here. So how does this number here relate to it? Well, if you add 5 and 4 together, you get this number here. And that's how you do it. If you get this as a question and you get asked to factorise, you put it into double brackets. It has the letter A in it, so an A at the start, and the two numbers must times to get the end number and add to get this middle one. So let's have a go at a few examples. So here we go, we have some examples. So first one, A. X squared plus 5x plus 6. Remember, it's double brackets for these types of questions. X and X always goes at the start. The letter always goes at the start to make the X squared. And remember, it's times to get this end number and add to get the middle one. So obviously, two numbers that times together is 6, and add to get 5 is 2 and 3. It actually doesn't matter which way round. The more you do these, the quicker you get to identify the numbers. So here's another example. Double brackets again, A this time. Two numbers that times together to get minus 30 and add together to get 7. Well, this one does get a little bit more complicated. Okay, and what I would do is I would write down all the pairs of factors that times together to get minus 30. So that would be minus 1 and 30, 1 and 30, minus 30, sorry, 2 and minus 15, minus 2 and positive 15, 3 and minus 10, or minus 3 and positive 10. Out of these, which pair of numbers adds together to get positive 7? Well, it's clearly going to be this one here. Minus 3 add 10 is positive 7. So that's minus 3 and positive 10. Okay? And again, we just do some more with different situations with negative numbers. X and X in this one, because we use the letter X. Times together to get minus 12, but add together to get minus 4. Well, that's going to be, I think it's 6 and 2, so I reckon it's going to be positive 2 and minus 6. 2 times minus 6 is minus 12, correct? 2 add minus 6 is minus 4. And the last one, again it involves A. Okay, this one's a little bit bizarre. Times together to get positive 8, but add together to get negative 9. Okay, or I've got a funny feeling it's going to have some two negatives to get that positive at the end. Okay, two numbers times 8, 2 and 4, no, 8 and 1. Minus 8 add minus 1 is minus 9, and minus 8 times minus 1 is positive 8.